Y'all, hold the phone. No, I'm serious. This is not a drill. Cricut has put together an amazing Cricut update that we are going to unveil and share everything we know about this brand new update, but it is going to require your phone and it is going to be unbelievable. I am so excited for this brand new update where you're finally going to be able to turn those photos into amazing multi-layer SVGs, turning PNGs into multi-layer SVGs with ease. But again, it's requiring the phone for this beta version. Now, I'm going to break down everything we know about this brand new update, but if you're brand new to the Makers Can Learn channel, hi, I'm Tanner, and we teach you everything you need to know about your Cricut machine. So go ahead, hit the subscribe button because we're posting videos like this every single week. Now, we are so excited for this brand new feature that has just been dropped and released to beta on the Cricut iOS and Android app. This is such a fun new feature that you're absolutely going to want to listen up and let me break down everything we know about this. So when it comes to turning your photos or your PNG cut files, listen up. If you have any print and then cut files you've been wanting to turn into an amazing multi-layer SVG to use in a different format, pictures from the web, images from makersgonnalearn.com that may be a little more sophisticated and not have SVG compatible file types. This update is everything you want to know about so that you can have success with your next Cricut project. I've always seen in over a decade of using Cricut, people wanting to know how to take photos from their phone and turn it into SVGs, and this update is for you. Now, let's address the elephant in the room even before we dive into how to use it, and it usually is, Tanner, why is this not available on desktop first? I have a really neat workaround I'm going to show you to make it super simple for how you can use your desktop for most of it and then do the final step on your iOS or Android device. So don't get too worried about it, number one. And number two, my suspicion is that you are going to see this in beta today on the iOS app, but then eventually, as they work out the kinks, as they see how this goes, they're going to unveil it to the desktop app because, guys, this is a feature that is going to become standard. Now, another elephant in the room I want to address is, yes, this is a Cricut Access feature. You have to pay for Cricut Access to have access to this feature, and I'm actually really glad to see more money going into development of resources and skills and tools that they're providing and developing for users like us so that we actually have a reason to potentially invest in Cricut Access when needed to have the ability to use a tool like this. Are you ready to see it come together in real time? Let's go ahead and dive over to the iOS app. So we're over here on my iOS app. The first thing I need to let you guys know about is that it will prompt you to update your app. This is a brand new update that you want to have, and you can see if we go over and search Cricut, you will see, or should see, I already updated mine, so I don't see it anymore. It just says open, but it will let you know that it is version 5.56.0. This literally was just updated 2 hours ago with this brand new update. So we're right here reporting it to you in real time as we played around with it once or twice. And now we're creating this amazing updated video to teach you all about this feature called Convert to Layers. Cricut says, yes, you read that right. Now you can instantly convert an uploaded multicolored image into separate layers. Once you upload the image, select multiple layers, then select how many layers separated by color you want to work with. Just to let you guys know, you can work with up to 9 layers. What? This is gonna be awesome. Anyone can preview the results of the Convert to Layers feature to add it to the canvas. You will need Cricut Access subscription to do so. So this is a great thing to have in your back pocket, and I don't want anyone here to be discouraged by this. I still want you to watch this full tutorial through even if you don't have access and want to never have access, this is just good to know in case there are times that you are going to want to use this feature. You could get a trial of access to use this feature. You could pay for 1 month to get this feature and do it to a ton of images and then cancel later. I'm not saying I'm super pro Cricut Access. What I am saying is that you need to be aware of how this update affects you to have it in your tool belt, even if you're not go buy it right now. All right, so let's head back over to the Cricut Design Space mobile app. Now, if you're like me, I have not been using the iOS app very frequently over the past couple of years. So if you have a Joy, rather, you may be using it often. So this will be a great feature for those Joy users. But if you're getting back up to speed on using Design Space on an iOS device, I will let you know that you may want to consider using your iPad rather than your phone so that you can see it better. That's just a great PSA so you can be aware to make sure that if you want the best experience, if you have a larger device, feel free to do so. As well as our Android friends, you could do this on any Android tablet, especially if it has a camera, or you can send pictures over to it. All right, who's ready to dive in and take a look at this brand new feature? All right, what we're going to do is we're going to come right down here to the upload area. So just like in Design Space, we have this little area right here, and we're going to go to upload. Now, what I'm going to show you is 2 different ways. One, we are going to choose an image from our actual device, meaning our actual camera roll. All right. The second way is showing you how to use that uploaded image area so you could upload an image to Design Space from your desktop and then do this feature on the iOS app. Remember earlier where I talked about there's a workaround? The workaround would be to upload the image that you would like to work with if it's on your computer and you don't want to go through the hassle of putting it to your phone, airdropping it, texting it, emailing it, all of that. You can upload that PNG or that image like normal to Design Space, all right, on your desktop. When you're ready to work with it, you can go to upload and you have 4 options here. I'm going to let you guys know the browse files you probably will not use often. So you can ignore this one, but we'll start at the top. Take a photo if you'd like to take a photo of something. Select from photo library, which is what we're going to use today in our example. Next, you have browse files, but this last one is how you can actually work with images that you've already uploaded to Cricut Design Space that you don't have on your phone, but they're already uploaded to your Cricut account. So you could click Open Uploaded Images, and you can see I've uploaded 7,500 images, and I could search any ones that I have here and start picking from these images. So I could go through and see which ones I want to work with, and I can search them to find old images and everything like that. That's how you're going to work with images you've uploaded in the past. But what we're going to do today is I'm going to show you how you can upload an image to Cricut that's on your camera roll. All right, your camera roll is built into your phone, so it's already there and it's organized from latest to oldest image. So knowing that, we will go to upload and we are going to select from photo library. All right, this is an image that I was able to text myself that I had downloaded from the Makers Gonna Learn website. And we're going to turn a basic PNG file that is uploaded and on my photo library, my camera roll, and we're going to turn it into a beautiful multi-layer image right before our eyes. Are you guys ready? Let's dive in. So select from photo library, and you can see right here, we have the image. So we are going to select this PNG image. Now this applies for photos that you have of other people. This applies for anything you want to use. If this is a photo that you are uploading of someone, you will want to use the background remover, and it's automatic and included in Cricut Access. You will remove the background. Now, as you can see behind us, we have a transparent background, so it's not needed. So we can just click X on that. But if you are working with a picture that you would like to automatically remove the background, just click Apply, and you'll have that feature be applied to it, which is super neat, okay? So what we will do now is have the ability to crop our image. We have the ability to go down to the Erase tool, the Select tool. We could take colors out. We could erase by like drawing, or we could simply crop the image. With Maker's Gonna Learn PNGs, you don't have to do any of that. They're all ready to go to the next step, okay? So we'll click Apply. This, my friends, is where the magic is going to happen. This is the new feature. So typically, you only have two options. You could do a single layer where it'll cut an outline, just basic color, one layer, or you could do a flat graphic. Most flat graphics are things like printable stickers and any sort of printable material. That's what we've done in the past for print and cut with a home printer. But what Cricut has just rolled out 2 hours ago, hot off the press, is this beautiful new multi-layer feature, and my mind is still blown. I still cannot believe this is a feature that they have available to us, and I am just like dying to call Cricut and be like, hey, how much longer till this is on the desktop? This is going to change the game of Cricut, because honestly, just from our prep of this video within the last hour, we're very impressed with how well it's working, okay? So I think you're gonna be really impressed by this. I think this is technology I haven't even seen in many other websites. Something my team and I are going to research is other websites that we could do this for free, possibly, I'm not sure. But I've been around using Cricut for a very long time, and I don't think I've ever seen anything like it. So I'm super, super excited to share this with you. Are you ready? So we're going to use the MultiLayer Beta, and we're going to press Next. And here's where it gets good, y'all. So it's very simple. You can see the colors changed back here a little bit, but what you can see is that we've selected clip art. It already knew it was clip art, which I think it's so smart. But if it was a photo and it thought it was clip art, just click photo. We're gonna leave it as clip art. And then I love that it's already thinking about the output style. Now for most of us, we are gonna want stacked styles. This is where it's perfect for paper crafters, vinyl layers, heat transfer vinyl layers, cardstock, all of those. In very rare instances, you would want to do a sliced. Sliced is just not as easy as just stacking up layers, and really the stacked feature is going to allow more room for failure, which is awesome. And the one example it gives if you need sliced is for infusible ink projects, all right? So all of this looks good. We're gonna move to the layers feature. Boom. It is going to allow you to go from one color all the way down to 9 colors. And the best part is you don't have to select one without seeing the preview. So I'm going to select somewhere down in the middle. So say I want 6 colors. I think this makes sense for the image. And what I can recommend you to do is count how many different colors it is prior, and just know that you could only do up to 9. So if you're like, oh, there's only 5 or 6 colors anyway, that's fine. It's just nice to know how many. So after you have selected 6 or 7, you can scroll this down and kind of take a look at your image, which I think is really impressive. And it looks beautiful. I love how complex it is. I love how many colors it is. This is absolutely amazing, right? And you can decide if you wanted an extra shade or two. You really want to look at the options here and be like, is there enough like colors, and do I have enough of that material? I think it's a really good question to ask yourself. So I'm looking at the 7 layers and I'm like, okay, I love that mint color. I love the pink. I love the green, love that pink, but I really don't love these 2 reds. So in the future, I may, you know, when we get closer to cutting, I may just cut both of those layers out as one, or I may color sync it in the future, which is fine. But for ease today, I think I'm gonna go down to 6 and I'm gonna see what that looks like. So notice we went down to 6 and it looks pretty similar. Not much changed at all. So then it makes me wonder, like, what if I could cut this in 5 layers? Wonder what that would look like. Let's go down to 5 and then scroll down and it still looks really good. So then it makes me wonder what would happen if I went down to 4. And you can see some things have shifted, so let's preview it. Guys, it still looks almost exactly the same at 4 layers versus 7. So having, you know, 7 layers may not always get you the thought and the benefit that you think it would. So I think let's just keep going and see how few layers we can get it and it still look good. Let's drop down to 3. 3 basic letters. Wow, it still looks good. Y'all, this is crazy. What would happen if you go down to 2? Okay, now we've broke it. If we do 1 layer, basic. If we do 2 layers, no, this is not given the vibe. But look what happens with 3. 3 and up for this particular SVG is exactly what it needed, which is beautiful. I love, love, love it. How about it? So we're going to select 3. Before we do that, before we go to next, you can check advanced and you can make sure that you have the ability to smooth textures around the borders. This image does not have necessary needs for this, but let me tell you what does. If you're uploading a photo, and we'll have more advanced training on how to upload photos and training on how to work with photos coming in the near future. I just wanted to get this video out here to you for you to start playing with it and have this available in your tool belt, right? So these features right here are going to be great when you're uploading a photo, maybe a picture of your grandma, you know, an older picture that needs some, you know, help simplifying, reducing noise, and smoothing it out. All right, smooth will be really nice for those photos because it'll make the cut lines better and not so jagged. If you have really jaggedy cut lines, it's not going to cut as well and it'll take you a lot longer. So if you run into that, I would go to the highest setting and see if that will clean it up. All right, so let's go ahead now and press next. You will now be required to name this image. So we'll just name it Proverbs 31:13. So then I could search this since it's going to be in my uploaded images and I'll have it available. So let's click upload. And boom, it's right here in Design Space. Love it, love it, love it. We'll now be able to go over to layers and look, we have our 3 basic cuts. So we already know this is now pretty much an SVG that we have created and it is beautiful. So I'm going to size it and then I will be able to press make it. And now you can see you have your first layer right here. This is your base layer. So you can see it didn't just cut only the areas that is going to show pink. It's going to be stackable. So I'd cut this layer first. This would be my bottom layer. And then this is my second layer. So this goes on second. And then once I cut my third layer, this goes on third to bring my entire project together. It is that easy to turn a PNG, a photo, any sort of image on the internet and turn it into an amazing multi-layer SVG file that is now able to be a multi-layer image in Design Space. I refer to it as an SVG simply because it gives SVG like qualities, but as you guys know with Cricut, unfortunately, we cannot export this. So we're technically not making SVGs, but we're getting the same result as having an SVG, which I think is what everyone needs to focus in on, that you're getting SVG-like results from photos, PNGs, and so much more. I'm seriously so obsessed with this update, and I think you will be too. So y'all, I need to know right now in the comments down below, what do you think? Number one, are you a Cricut Access user that is like, oh my gosh, I'm putting this to the test tonight? Number two, are you someone that has considered it, maybe canceled Access? Is this enough for you to jump back in and be an Access member? I wanna know in the comments down below. But my friends, before you head out, I wanna remind you guys that at Makers Gonna Learn, we have 18,000 plus cut files, thousands of cut files as well as fonts for you guys to choose from. And the best part of our community is that you actually learn how to use this Cricut from A to Z. We have an amazing 30-day challenge and you get instant access as soon as you join. And the best part is you can join right now for $1. You can start a Makers Gonna Learn trial for $1 and get started with 20 download credits, access to our 30-day Cricut challenge, access to our Facebook only member community, and so much more. I wanna see you in the membership if you're new around here. Maybe you need help refreshing your Cricut. Maybe you just need a team around you to teach you how to master that Cricut and stay up to date with all of these amazing updates. All right, be sure to hit the subscribe button if you're brand new around here. I cannot wait to see you in the comment section of this video. Myself, Alicia, and Lauren will be in the comments chatting away with you guys because we're very anxiously waiting to see what you think. All right, we'll see you in another video real soon. Thanks for watching. Bye, my friends.